and welcome back to Factorio with the BioIndustries mod. This is Groodscom, and in the previous episode we upgraded our biofarms, and we spent quite a bit of time on that. I actually had to cut the video to make it a little bit shorter, and in between sessions I did do a little work in this map, and we'll talk about that later. But so here is the biofarms that we upgraded, and I actually made this so that there are 3 belts of pulp and 1 belt of wood, and you can see how this works where it combines these two to make 1 full belt, and then it shifts it up to the top. That's where our wood belt is going to be, and then this is all 3 belts here are for the wood pulp, and we still have the filter inserters because those are the ones that we're going to help us kind of shift things around. We don't want to have 1 inserter for everything, then we'd have to use the filter inserters or filter splitters. All these splitters are not filtered here. So basically with this setup it all combines pretty well to give us a more balanced belt and a more full belt. We do have a lot of this wood pulp, and you can see we've got the 3 belts here going into our system. And another thing that we did was expand our power supply by adding some of those generators. What we're going to have to look at in the future is maybe adding some of these cokeries to make from the wood pulp, make more charcoal and coal, and possibly even coal liquefaction, but I'm not sure if we need to go there with the biofuels. So I think what we're going to have to do in this episode, we started building an army, is what I called it, is that we were creating our poison dart arrows for the wooden turrets, and now we have stockpiled this quite a bit. We've got full, there's 10 rows of that, so 4,000 poison dart arrows. I think what we're going to do now is, I built this in another off session. I created a blueprint for what we're going to need to make the artillery poison ammo here, and this setup in this configuration creates 1 about every minute. It's actually about 53 seconds or so, and it's going to require a few inputs. So we'll need to have so one of those lines is explosives, which it's got everything for that except for water, so we need to set up the water first. And let's just drag this across. Let's just bring this poison capsules over, and we'll just drag this all the way down to the bottom. We'll have our robots help us out a little bit. And now that's everything for the poison artillery ammo, but we're going to need to bring in some steel, or iron plates, sorry, and green circuits, so we'll need a mixed belt coming in. I think that should be enough to supply everything, just a regular yellow belt, and we'll have to have one of each. So I think the easiest way is just to make that just like above, where we have a split belt, using half a belt for green circuits and half for iron plates. And this is another thing I did in off session, was I fixed the ratio, because one of these copper coil productions can supply 6 of the red circuit assemblies, and we'll probably have to look at expanding. This is another thing I did too, was expanding the green circuit production, but I know I'm going to have to expand red circuits as well, similar to this. So I'll put another row of these guys down here on the bottom, and maybe even another row on the left hand side. We'll have a top and bottom there. This splitter just combined, it takes these combined belts and makes it available to both sides. And we are probably going to have to look at using all these smelters, so we'll have to reconnect all these lines. This is actually going to do What's going to be a problem though is that if everything is running, then we are going to have a massive amount of pollution. It's not going to use a lot of power, thankfully, but this pollution is already kind of getting close to some of these guys, and that's why I was concerned about military in the beginning. So we could set up turrets all over the place to kind of protect these heavy polluting areas, because they'll be the first targets. Maybe even like our power supply area. That area has been under attack before. So first thing, I think we can connect the, let's see, where does this line come down? So this is the start. This isn't a good place to branch this off, but maybe right before that we can do something similar. So let's see if we just bring it across here. I think this is right. And then we'll have another line coming up from the bottom for iron plates, but that's going to have to come down from pretty far away, it looks like, because I can't get around here. So maybe like this. So this one's actually going to split off from the fourth lane, which is over here. This looks stupid, but when this lane, when we actually fill out this bus, it's going to just look like the other side where we branch off with iron plates or something. So let's see, this is going to be for iron plates. And we'll just bring this over. Everything's connected, so that should be good. And now we have a mixed belt. And we already did make the prototype artillery base station. So hopefully by the end of this episode we'll be able to do this. And for right now, we don't have anything being produced, but that's because we didn't have green circuits and iron plates. And let's get some more light down here. It's a little dark. So this setup we can run while we're doing other stuff, and then maybe pick it up at the end of the episode, because episodes are usually 30 minutes. Let's get everything producing, and we're just waiting on those iron plates. Come on. And we'll just limit this stack size to 2, because I think it stacks in 50, and that's a lot. We only probably need like 15 of them per outpost that we make. And let's go ahead and get some research started. We haven't made the ability to make blue circuits yet, and that includes yellow science. So I think maybe we can do blue circuits. Now that's going to require sulfuric acid. So let's bring sulfuric acid to our main bus, and then we'll bring it down. I think we could probably fit it in another block. So we can't fit it in any of these blocks. They're all pretty much full. The setup for this is going to be pretty simple, because it only takes red and green circuits, and we'll just make a new block here. I don't see any biters, so let's just place this. That's not going to be right. Let's see here. That looks good. So we'll place it down, and when we get closer, we'll actually see some robots fly out and place some of the lights and power poles. And then, of course, they're gonna get in my inventory and take out some of the stone bricks for replacing the path, which is fine. And I do, let's see, probably need more assembly machines, but let's see if I put this like around here. I think let's look at the blueprint to see if there's a better one from TheSAGuy maybe. So this is like the simple one. This one takes modules. I don't think we're gonna use modules. So okay, this is enormous. Looks like it'll fit in our city block, but I don't think we need to go this big. It only takes 2 inputs. Let's just make our own. I think we can handle this. So I don't see blue circuits. Oh, that's because we haven't researched it yet. It's still currently being researched. But we can go ahead and set this up how we're going to look later. So this will be for the sulfuric acid, and then we'll have to make our undergrounds here because we'll have to output on top, and then on the bottom let's make 2 inputs, and let's get our power in here. Okay, so that research is done. Now we can make it blue circuits, and of course let's flip this around so they're actually connected. So this belt, I think we can do green circuits. Yeah, because it takes 20 green circuits and only 2 red circuits per 1 blue. But we're probably going to need fast inserters because it takes 20. And then we can use the long inserters to reach that second belt out there. Trying to see where can we put power poles and still make room for that belt. This looks good. And then this will be our output belt. And this is a nice setup. I think we could just tile this. So that'll be our red and green. Let's use the robots for what they are made for, helping us with some of these repetitive tasks. Now we can go out pretty far with this. Blue circuits take a long time to make, and we can also help out as they're going along. And now I'm out of assemblers. I'm probably not enough iron for that. Looks like we're out of inserters as well, and I can only make a few long-handed inserters to fill in. A couple fast inserters. Let's get some iron and iron gears. Let's do the research. So this will unlock purple science, so we can go ahead and start this. This is where I like to grab some iron plates from because I get it from both belts simultaneously. And then let's grab a whole bunch of iron gears that are already made, plus green circuits. That's going to save a lot of time. And we can just handcraft a bunch of this stuff. Let's see how many assemblers we can make. Looks like we need more iron plates. Those just use a lot of iron plates. You know, and since we're here, let's just get ready for what we're going to do later on by moving this belt. And I'm just going to move everything down. No reason not to. And then just set our priorities again, how it was. Let's pick these up. You know what, let's let the robots pick it up, even though there's a bunch of plates on there as well. And let's get a bottom row too, because when we start making blue science, it's going to take a lot of red circuits as well. We're going to be consuming a lot. And now we can make some more assemblers. That's good. Let's just bring this across. And we're basically going to be doing the same thing as above. just mirrored it. Do I have more? Yes, I have regular inserters in the car, a lot of them. Then we're going to need some fast inserters down here. And then our copper belt that comes along the bottom. Let's get our power poles where they need to be. These go like this. Power poles go here. Let's get another power pole right there so everyone has power. And then remember, we're going to have to take copper plates on the inside like this, and then we'll just do the same thing as above, and that should take care of red circuit production. I think we continue research. Let's go with mining productivity, because that's just going to give us a bonus on our mining. Let's just grab some more gears and stuff so we can make more assemblers. Grab some more of this iron. All the iron. Just give me all the iron. Thank you very much. I'm still handcrafting iron gear wheels. Let's just grab those. Instead of handcrafting them, this will save time. I think we're going to need a lot of pipes. We are almost out of underground pipes, because we're going to have to get that sulfuric acid down to our blue circuits. And of course I need more wood, so there's an ample supply of that. Just grab this. Yeah. And all of the wood pulp is backed up, so we're just not getting a lot of, unfortunately, we're not getting a lot of wood from here. We'll definitely have to consume more of that in the future. So now we can make some more pipes and just handcraft this stuff. Grab some more of this wood. We have a lot. Good old handcrafting. Looks like we're actually missing copper ore, or copper plates. Get my car again. And it was funny, when I got out of there I didn't stop it, so it just kept going. And now I'm stuck on these darn power poles. Come on. Let the robots repair us. Should probably grab some copper plates. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck on a belt. Probably easier just to grab these. And of course I'm stuck again. Come on. Alright, let's see how we can bring this sulfuric acid where it needs to go. I gotta get off this belt. So we're gonna have to put it down before the path. This looks good here. Let's just bring this over. Now we have to figure out where we're gonna make. We'll have to make, because this is part of the bus too now. We're gonna have a line for sulfuric acid, so this is gonna be one of the belts. So this next belt would start here. No, here. Let's start it here. This looks right. Bring our pipes. See, can we get all the way down here? Nope, of course not. Just bring it down. All the way. Ah, that's unfortunate. I can't really jump it either because, I mean, it might work, but we can just do this. Let's make sure they're connected though. Just keep dragging this down. Let's just start handcrafting some of these because it looks like we're almost out. Boy, I just cannot get. Just drag this down. Got a lot of trees here still. Good for absorbing that pollution. Let's stop right before the path. Now we're close. But I want to make sure that I know where the bus is going to be because we're going to have a lot of stuff on this line. That's where the sulfuric acid is going to come down. So these lines are going to continue all the way here, like so. And I think, let's just go ahead and fill in some lines. Just fill this in, because we're going to need to have these filled in for when we get to the production of purple and yellow science. Oh, and now I've run out of belts. That's not what I wanted. Trying to make a blueprint here. So if I get this filled in, then I can actually take a blueprint like this. And then we can just drag this down. Like I said, this is going to give us a better idea of where our belts are going to be so that I know where I can cross with the sulfuric acid pipe. Let's bring this one over kind of as close as we can get, maybe like that, and then next to that pipe. So close, but I think we're gonna have to jump it there. We can make undergrounds to get around these undergrounds, and then let's just get a straight pipe like that, and now we've got sulfuric acid all the way down here. Oh, the robots are already doing their job filling in the ghost tiles for the blueprint. Wow, I ran out of power poles. Let's just make some more of those. My hotbar's getting all messed up now because I'm out of belts. Let's just finish these. Alright. Now all we need to do is, okay, let's get the research going again. I think we should get our red down here first. Oh, of course I don't have belts. And my car is all the way up at the top. But we can stop and grab some belts first. Yep, belts. And 400, that's not really a lot. Let's just grab those two. Let's just make this bigger. At this point I could be using red belts, but I'm just not so sure we need to go that far yet. They are very expensive. But let's get in the car, that way we can get down there faster. Whoa. Maybe stay on the path instead. Alright, yeah, the robots are going to fill this in because we blueprinted all this. Let's just park it right here. Let's bring red circuits down and our green circuits. One row of each. Yeah, the blue circuits, that's going to enable some pretty cool stuff like this power armor that gives us more slots for like batteries and roboports. We can even do like an exoskeleton, and of course we're going to need a lot more solar panels to give us power. We can do night vision goggles, but that night vision goggles take a lot of power. So let's just make sure we have these lines done so that we can get blue circuits actually being constructed. Now this is going to be green. So let's start with this one. And I am going to run out of undergrounds pretty soon. Oops, this one's for green, yeah. So let's bring this all the way over. Don't know why I did this. Oops. And the robots are feverishly trying to fill in all of these blueprints. Since I don't have any undergrounds, I guess I can make some, since I've got the materials for it. Because we're going to need it for red science. And let's actually give it some space. And let's see, this could be, I think this first belt is not red, yeah, it's not red circuits, it's plastic. So we're going to have to jump it to do this. Let's cancel that. So this will be a jump here to there. So that covers our plastic. Now we're getting red circuits. And they're picking up stuff. All they're missing is red circuits. And there it comes. It's already starting. Now I'm going to start collecting these. Because I don't have a use for them yet, but I could handcraft some of those things. Like I said, the power armor would be a nice thing to have, or maybe some of the advanced batteries. And let's just see how our artillery production has gone. Look, our iron plates are stopped. Okay, we got 15 of these. That's pretty good to start out with. Now let's see where our pollution is at, and I can see down here on the right, these guys are getting pretty close. In fact, when we start producing more of this iron, these guys are going to be in the pollution zone. So I think that's where we should start out, by attacking that spawner base. And with 15 ammo, we got the batteries and or the accumulators, things that we're going to need for the outpost. And of course we do need some of this. We need some of the poison darts, so grab those. Let's get back up here. Whoops, ran into a rock. There's a lot of rocks on this map. So here is the spawner base, and we could plop this down. We don't want to be too close to it or else they'll attack us right away. I'm not really ready for it yet, so let's just plop it down, and it's pretty cool. The robots are going to do a lot of the work. Of course, I can help them out, filling in some of this stuff, and then giving them the ammo that they're going to need. Let's put the artillery in here. And I'm going to wait to plop down the actual artillery cannon, because once I do, you're going to see a lot of attacks like very quickly. So let's just help them by filling in some of this stuff. Everyone has power, and it's starting to fill the belt up with the poison darts. Let's see if we got stuff to upgrade this. So now we didn't have any inserters, but at least the belt's going faster now. So the point of it is I want all the turrets to be filled up, because as soon as I plop this down, it's in range of being attacked, and you're just going to see everyone's going to come attack us. So here they come, and it launched right away, and boom, you can see that damage. It has a huge radius, and it does a lot of damage. So we already took out like 3 spawners and 5 worms here, and then there's more coming. So they're going to come from bases that are not even, I can't even attack these right now, but because I'm close enough, they're just going to come, and these ones are coming from another one that's even farther, so they're not even within the radar view, and they're attacking us. But the turrets are doing a good job of killing them before they even get to the wall. Like I said, the ammo won't target, or the cannon won't target the individual biters, and we can't manually target anything. But this is doing a good job of taking care of the spawners, at least, and the worms. And what's really cool is I can actually leave this place, and it is self-sufficient, except for the fact that I need to refill darts, and I need to refill the artillery. Every once in a while that will run out, but it'll do its thing. You know, it's got plenty of power. With those batteries, power lasts more than it needs to. And so it's got 2 cannons in reserve. Those probably won't be used because spawners won't relocate in that area, I don't think. But I just really like this design. And every once in a while it'll pop up like that when the biters get close, but it goes back down when there's nothing in range. So at that point I could actually go back and pick it up and then move it and then attack another spawner location, but I'm just going to leave it there for now. We could set those all over the place if we wanted to, but of course they are pretty expensive, and it's going to go through a lot of that ammo. And it looks like we're getting attacked. So that attacker provoked another attack, and these guys are just some strays that decided to go for our old starter base. I think we can just go clean that up real quick before the end of the episode. Whoa. Cannot get around. Driving on belts, I really shouldn't be doing that. Let's stay on the path. Get back to that starter base and take care of those. It always amazes me how little damage they do. It looks like they only broke 2 belts and they just eat random things. And we can see we're not being attacked anymore here. So yeah, if we wanted to pick it up and move it, we certainly could. There's a lot of bases down there we could wipe out. But I think that ends it for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time.